All right, Nick. Welcome, man. I know we talked about this about a month ago, right?
It was one of the last Fridays at Golden Supply.
Right, right, right.
I don't know. I don't remember.
We
I
had a
had had a couple extra milligrams that day.
we had a conversation on the couch, and I don't know. I think I was particularly out of it that day, and I remember that conversation getting me out of it because I like when people nerd out on what they do, even if even if it is for a hobby. But we'll talk about that a little later. First, every time I see you, Nick, you got that camera in your hands, and I can always count on you to take uh, a dope documentation of
Yeah,
whatever is going on.
at least one, just one documentation.
At least
That's all I'm good for. Is one. The rest are
one good photo. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man. You born and raised in the area,
yeah. I grew up in Gates.
grew up in
Own
Gates.
a house in Gates now,
Okay,
and yeah, it's just been a Gates kid my whole life. And worked, dropped out of school when I was 16, stopped going when I was 15.
dropped out of high school.
Yeah, yeah. I stopped going to school when I was 15, and that's not legal in the state of New York.
Wow.
So
Okay.
you got to go through a whole court process and all that stuff, and basically on probation and stuff. So
Really?
yeah, so I ended up going to like a GED prep program.
Why'd you drop out of school?
Money,
You wanted to work.
I didn't like authority. I didn't like, yeah, I just like, if you want me to sit here for 8 hours a day, like pay me for it. So yeah,
Was your I don't want to assume what your home situation was, but was it did you grow up with your parents or
yeah, but it was more like freedom based.
okay?
So like they worked all the time. So it was just like, all right, just be home, make sure you're good.
So they were okay with it.
Yeah, yeah. Come home for dinner, come home, for bed, go to
Wow.
school. And then after a while, it was just like, well, if he's not going to go to school, like we can't force him. So
Whoa.
yeah. So
So
I ended up doing the GED prep program when I was 15. So when I
okay,
turned 16, I got my GED and started working full time right away.
really,
Yeah.
they've been working ever since.
Until I got injured for the last time and have been fighting the Social Security Administration for almost 5 years now.
Yeah, so you got a couple of interesting things to talk about,
Yeah, there's too
Nick.
many. There's a lot of stories.
But I'm fascinated by that. Like, so you had to go. You said you legally can't drop out at 15. You have to be 16 to do
In
it
New York State, at
in New
least. I
York
don't know
State.
about other states, but New York
So,
States, you have to be 16 years old.
so did your parents have to like go sign
Yeah,
something or go to?
It's 16 years old with parent consent.
Oh,
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it might be more. It might be
yeah.
different without parent consent.
What was that first job that you did?
It's literally the only career I ever worked. I
That's
worked
the-
in the ice rink industry, Zambonis and like hockey teams, and yeah, I was the ice guy for
so
many
you
years
went
at
into the Zam
different
because I was
places.
going to bring up the Zamboni thing. You went into doing that immediately
Yeah, one of my
once you
dad's
dropped out.
friends was like, "Hey," because that was part of the deal, right? It was like you got to get a job.
Yeah,
So if I didn't get a job, like you got to go back to school for something.
yeah.
So I was like, all right, and then I got a job. And my dad's buddy was like, we're hiring at, it was the MCC ice rink. It was ESL Sports Center at the time.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I started there when I was 16, or I think I was still 15 when I started.
Driving the Zamboni?
Not at 15.
Not at
You're
15.
supposed to be, a certain age to drive things, but you can kind of do a farm equipment clause in there.
Okay.
So I was 16 driving that. I was driving a Zamboni before I had my driver's license.
So yeah, that sounds very much like when I was a kid, where we had a 50s farm tractor, and I was probably 13, driving that thing around manual, like no automatic steering. You're manual
Yep.
steering the thing. You hit a pothole, and it's like jerking you to the side. But it's the kind of thing you do when you're either living that like farm life, or
Yeah.
you're kind of that latchkey kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that from 16 years old, call it, until how old am I now? 37. So 33, 34.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Explain what a Zamboni is for people who don't know.
So ice rink, hockey games, the ice gets scratched up by the skates, obviously. Zamboni has a blade on it on the bottom. Think of like a lawnmower for the ice, but instead of like spinning blades, there's a like paper mill blade on it. shaves the ice,
Oh.
and then you have a system of water that lays new water for
Mm.
fresh. Now you have a fresh, glassy sheet of ice.
So it's like smooths
Smooths
it out.
Yeah. So it actually picks up, and that's what the big thing on the front of it is. That's where all the snow goes. All the dirty, nasty snow that people are like, oh, let's go play in it. Don't play in it. Trust me, don't play in it. Like, you've been to a hockey game, I assume?
Oh,
Have you watched a hockey game?
yeah.
Have you seen them just spitting on the ice constantly and just
Oh, it's disgusting.
blood? And
Yeah.
don't go play in the Zamboni shavings when you see it.
I'm gonna
Like, oh,
say,
that's so cool.
if you went to a game in Philly when he was a kid, there was definitely blood on
Yeah.
the ice.
Oh, absolutely. the Broad Street Bullies, right?
Well, we need to get you to a hockey game.
Yeah, it's funny. My one of my students at NAS is a big Sabres fan, and we made a bet before the season started. She said if they made it to the playoffs, I would have to go to a game, and I did not fulfill my promise yet.
This beard started growing the last time the Sabres were in the playoffs.
So you're
before this one.
So you're a Sabres fan?
I mean,
But
yeah, I'm not even a sports. When you're in, especially hockey, like I'm looking at the ice and the glass and stuff when
Yeah.
I'm at a hockey game. I'm not even paying attention to the game. Like, I don't enjoy. You see it every day, all day.
Yeah.
Like, when you're in the industry, how I was, you're working 80-hour weeks. Like,
Wow.
I was management and mechanical. So, like, I was fixing everything, fixing the machines, the ice rinks, the faucets, the toilets, like everything.
Did you learn how to be that handy on the job, or was it something that you grew up?
Handyman stuff runs in the family.
Runs in the family.
So, like, yeah.
So your dad.
I was around stuff from, a tiny kid.
Yeah.
Just wrenching on stuff. So I grew up with just wrenching on things.
And I remember when we talked about this before, you said not everybody can do this kind of work, right?
I mean, you got to be a little bit of crazy because it's low pay. It's not, I don't know. It's like you got to enjoy who you're doing it for or what you're doing it for. Like, you're doing it for this team, or you're doing it for this group of hundreds of children that come in throughout the week. And it's like that type of stuff. But it's just high pace. A lot of things go wrong. So you have to be like the type of person that can just change what you're doing instantly. Because you may have your day completely planned out, and then all of a sudden you have an emergency 14-hour project right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you enjoy about it that had you do it for so long? You had to enjoy some part of it.
Freedom.
Hmm.
It's a job of, like, there's a final task you have to have, right? You have to have that sheet of ice in that arena ready for the fans to come in and the players to go on the ice. However you get it that way, just make sure it's done, right?
Yeah.
So you have the freedom to take your time or rush through it or do whatever you need to do. As long as you get that final task done the way it's expected, you're good. So it gives you time to, like, develop your own skills.
Does that go back to why you didn't like school? Because you felt like you didn't have that kind of freedom?
Yeah,
in that
absolutely,
structure?
absolutely.
Yeah.
If I was able to, like, I know someone who graduated over COVID who would have dropped out if she couldn't do her classes online at her own pace.
Wow.
Yeah, she was like 60, same age group I was. And then she ended up graduating when she was 17. So she was able to do her last 3 years of school in like a year and a half.
Damn.
Because it was just at her, however she wanted or needed to do it.
You think you would have been able to do that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what is it when you look back at school at the time, or even school now, because kids and everything
Right.
else, what do you see that for the kids that are like you, right, that are restless, that need something different? Do you see things improving for kids like that? Do you see it still the same, or do you see steps, and what do you think would need to be changed for kids like you to get the support they actually needed?
It's a mixture, right? Because it's not. I have a nephew who is going to be a sophomore in high school. I have a middle school daughter, and then I have elementary school daughter. So I have all of the ranges right now. When it comes to the educational aspect of it, like, they will help you and make sure you're getting your work, even if you're suspended. Make sure you get tutoring. You can go, even if you're out of school suspension, at least Gates has, you can go back to the school for tutoring between this hour and this hour, and you leave the school, but they make sure you're good. They didn't have that. I mean, I got suspended a few times, and it was just like, oh, you lost out on this, so now your grade's shit. So, but there's different. They make sure you're going to get through school now.
Yeah.
Like, they are pushing more to get through school with different like procedures of like, just get this done and you'll be good.
Like safety nets.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
safety nets. There was way less safety nets when I was dropping out of school. It was more just like, what's wrong with you? Whatever,
Yeah.
But now, like, on the elementary level, my younger daughter, she's like me and she's just all over the place. So, they, even like you mentioned ADHD one time in the school, is just like, we'll look into it. Let's look into it together and
Yeah.
go from there. And yeah, but no, there's definitely more safety nets and stuff like that now. They're definitely more trying to get people to graduate,
Yeah.
whether it's for funding or what, I don't know. But at least Gates they have a lot more social workers, a lot more counselors, a lot more stuff like that now.
Do you think if your kids felt how you felt, you would give them the same advice that, well, I don't, not that you got the advice, but would you let them do what you did if they felt the same way?
If they had a full blown plan, like,
Yeah.
like if you were like, this is how I'm going to make this money, this is how I'm going to support whatever family or whoever I have to support. Yeah, go ahead if it makes sense. But like, you're kind of dumb to do it with all these safety nets. So like, just know how hard I had to grind. You see my body now. If you don't want to have to grind that hard, just, at least get the fucking high school diploma.
Yeah.
It's so easy. So easy.
Do you regret your decision?
No, not at all. I hung out with some people that I shouldn't have in that time period, and I was not the greatest person from like the age 12 to 16. Yeah. Making up for that now. That's
In what way? Can you elaborate on that?
a bunch of my friends, 2 of them died in different drug related, and like one was shot up in a car, and then another one OD'd, and then let's see, another one did 7 years in jail, like right out of high school.
Whoa.
And then another one in and out of jail. And then, yeah, so like the whole tighter group of kids I hung out with, like elementary school through middle school, not good.
Damn.
Yeah.
And do you think you getting out of school to do your own thing saved you?
Yeah.
That's interesting, because I think people would think
People think
the opposite.
Yeah. For sure. Because everyone's like, oh, what happened to Nick?
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh, everyone's fine with it. Like, he's cool. It's like, oh, he just works now.
So you needed to get out of that environment to be who you wanted to be.
Yeah.
In a sense. It's interesting, man.
Well, it's also like, it ties back to, the last conversation that you had, right? You all growing up in the city, growing up in Philly, people have a certain connotation of what that means.
Yeah.
When, we're in Rochester and people say, oh, he grew up in Gates. Like, oh, what's,
yeah, it's not Gates is nothing. It's just that, that's who you have proximity to so many different ways where you can go wrong or right as like, little suburban Gates white boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people hear it completely differently.
Yeah.
They hear Gates like, oh, you gotten all that, and
Yeah.
and it's that misperception and misunderstanding about everywhere has its things in different ways.
Yeah, it's either
and not like an American Beauty kind of, the darkness of suburbia.
Yeah, no, nothing
kind of
crazy. It's
thing.
just like you can easily find yourself a bad group of people if you want to. Like,
Yeah, anywhere.
yeah, it's not hard to, and then you can find amazing people, and
Yeah.
you can find amazing people that were terrible people. So yeah, no, don't judge people. I don't judge people. I like to bring people together.
So let's skip ahead a little bit to your injury. And was that, well, first, what happened?
We'll end it with, we'll start at the ending because I was recently diagnosed with connective tissue disorder, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. There's totally different ones, but I have hypermobile. My joints dislocate. So my knee. So I've been dealing with major knee issues my whole life. And then when I first started going out taking photos after I was going through a divorce, I ended up getting infection in my knee, the same knee that was screwed up. After I finally got it feeling good, like I had one of my meniscus removed and stuff like that. So it was like the pain was good. And then it just exploded my knee. Like my knee swelled up like 4 times the size it should, negated any surgeries I've had. So
Because the hypermobility also doesn't also affect cartilage.
Yeah,
Like your
yep.
cartilage goes a lot quicker
Yeah.
too. Because it's not
I
just the
have
hypermobility.
zero cartilage in my left knee.
Yeah, it burns your cartilage right out of all your joints,
Yeah.
especially ones that take impact.
Yeah, I haven't gotten an MRI or anything on my right knee because it's like tolerable. I've never
Yeah.
like had a full dislocation of my right knee where it like my kneecap literally would go to the side of my leg, and then I would just pop it back in myself because like at that point it's like if I could walk afterwards, nothing's torn bad enough to have to go to the doctor. I'm screwed anyways.
Well, what caused this at 12?
I rollerbladed through a little patch of oil. My brother was like, "Don't go that way," and then I went that way, and now here we are.
And you've been dealing with that issue your whole life since
In
then?
my entire life.
It's an expensive patch of oil.
A very expensive patch of oil.
God damn, man.
Yeah. The other thing is congenital, though. Like
Yeah, like it would have happened.
syndrome's
It would have
congenital.
happened. It could have happened 2 weeks later on a trampoline. It could have happened the next day stepping off a curb. Like I've literally dislocated my knee just standing in the ocean in the Bahamas.
Wow. So you were born with like
Yeah.
susceptible
Yeah,
to
I always twisted my knees. Like I played football and stuff, but I was like double knee brace, double ankle brace. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
So then the Zamboni work, the physicality of it deteriorated that.
Yeah, like
over
through
time.
all of those years of just ruining my body on heavy things and just doing things that in hindsight I should have not been doing. Just like not my shoulders, like I could barely lift my arm up. Like you'll see me like fidgeting and like constantly cracking things because like I feel like things are sliding out of place.
Well,
Yeah.
damn. So I know when we talked, you said you were fighting to get disability because of that. Tell us about that story.
As it looks like my goal was go back to work, obviously. Like I was 32, 33.
When you got diagnosed with that?
No, I didn't get diagnosed until after like the last surgeon I went to get another opinion, like that I went to after the infection. I've told him my suspicion of, because I had been looking into it for years. And then he was like, "No, I'm going to refer you to a geneticist." And then it went from there. So I got diagnosed recently through just because trying to get whatever I can on paper of like this dude. I mean, you can't work at least in the full capacities that I ever used to.
Yeah.
And it just took realizing slowing down, like, oh, I don't have to be in crippling pain like 100% of the time. Like, yeah, no, that was way worse than I thought it was. So like now I'll do things and I'm like, I definitely, how was I doing some of the things I was doing 5 years ago in the same level? Like I didn't change. I'm skinnier now. Like that's about it. Like,
you think you were just plowing through it because you were
Yeah.
younger?
yeah,
And
in the type of industry I was in, it's just like if you don't get it done, like
yeah.
you're not just screwing yourself over. Like, especially
Yeah.
well now because I finished off my career at RIT, so that's a Division I hockey school.
Yeah.
It's on TV. There's a production behind you. There's TV timeouts. So if you mess up something that even is 5 minutes, you're throwing a lot of things out of whack.
I mean, think of all those nerds with the instruments that want to yell at the other team.
Right.
Like
Right. You got to yell.
that section of the audience.
Yeah.
You're going to disappoint them.
Right. But
You
they
don't want
might
those.
like a little longer delay because then they have more time to heckle.
Yeah.
So it's you gotta play that game.
So tell us about the fight to get your disability.
Yeah, so basically I just put in like because when I got pulled out of work by my doctors, I had to
That was how long ago?
August of 2022.
Okay, so about
Yeah,
4 years ago,
yeah,
almost.
August 22, I think.
And they just said, doctor said you can't work,
Yeah, like
or,
full,
or
like
you can't do this anymore.
literally, if you look at all of my paperwork from the doctors, like you wouldn't hire me.
Oh, so it's like when you fill out those applications and they say, "Can you lift 50 pounds?" You're like, "Nah."
No, I could lift 15 pounds sometimes.
Yeah,
Like obviously I can lift
Yeah.
more than 15 pounds, but
Right.
like the risk of injury if I were to take that 30-pound something and have to walk down a couple stairs with it, that risk of my leg giving out isn't worth the, time of day.
Damn.
So like I can't do stairs. Like that's part of my limitations. Like if you want me to do stairs, if part of my job is to like walk around a building and go up and down stairs, which I was doing, I had to maintain and close up buildings at end of nights that are hundreds of thousands of square feet. I can't do that.
Mm.
So it's very you could do it, but like then I'd be in pain for a week after. So I would never get to a lower pain threshold.
Damn. So doctors pull you out 22.
Pull me out 22. It takes 8 months for the first denial, which is pretty standard. 32-year-old male with a knee injury, no other things.
And what's the reason behind their denial? That you're just
Too young.
Too
You're
young.
too young.
You can still work, is what they say.
Yeah, basically, like you're too young. You're too young to not work.
Are they thinking about?
I think it's all just. I think the
job. Is that what they thinking?
Yeah. That's the thing, and that's what the battle turned into. Was I got denied, went to a fair hearing, got denied. They said I could work these 3 different jobs. And then my lawyer came back with a laundry list of why those jobs don't exist in the United States anymore.
What were those 3 jobs?
One was like mail room clerk, like sorting mail, which that humans don't do that anymore. Like you could pour the big heavy bucket of mail into the machine that does it. I can't do that bucket.
Yeah.
Desktop. I can't sit like after about 45 minutes, I start to get like where I might have to stand up, start moving around. And then I can only do that for so long. And then I got to sit down for a little bit. So it's all just stuff like that. Like, but one was like security desk type stuff or like clerical type stuff. Like, I don't remember exactly, but like, I'm sure there's a program that can, and we know there is captioning us right now.
Yeah.
You don't need me to caption it for you.
Yeah, AI does.
Like it's stuff like that. It's all based on, but there were Supreme Court cases of why those jobs don't exist. Like he was able to put in that. So now I get to have a new fair hearing. So it's, we're back to, but each of these processes took a year.
Wow.
They're like, we'll get back to you in 90 days. 90 days goes by 3 times.
And who is that governing body that is making this decision?
The Social Security Administration.
So the Social Security Administration basically told you that you can't get disability because you're able to do this narrow slice of work.
And all of that is based off of a single 15-minute appointment with their doctor and their psychologist 2 or 3 months after the injury, the last injury.
That's all you've had is 15 minutes to tell them.
That's it. And then I have pages of evidence from my doctors and surgeons. And
is this you said you have a lawyer? Is this something that he does?
I'm on my second lawyer now because the initial denial, like I had a lawyer help me through that process, the fair hearing and all that. And then once that comes back as denied, now you're a different lawyers because now you're basically suing the government. You're like, no, you made a mistake. So so now I actually have a lawyer out of Buffalo, and they took my case from my other lawyer because they saw, something. They saw something in it also. Like they don't get paid unless I get Social Security. So
wow,
they see enough to fight for it. So
is this
I got to keep fighting for it.
Is this something that they've seen happened to other people before?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Happens all the
All
time
the
to
time.
people.
All the time. If you're under 35 when you initially apply for Social Security, you're gonna get an instant denial. Like, get a lawyer. Like, initially, I didn't get a lawyer for my first, because again, I was planning on going back to work,
Yeah.
and then things just kept getting worse and worse. The infection I ended up getting. I was on a cane for a few months after it,
Yeah.
and then just because it was like my skin was all blistered up, boiled up, and yeah. I forgot where I was going.
No, but the question I had was, if you don't mind, how old are you now?
37
37. So we're around the same age. When you turn 38.
December.
Okay, so we are the same age. I turned
I think I'm
38 in July. I gotta imagine, and because we are the same age, I'm sitting here and imagining it's not like you. I can imagine it's not that you don't want to work in your 30s.
No, it's just, do I want to be able to walk in my 50s?
Yeah. Mentally, where does that put you? That you're kind of in this bind with the government, and do you feel like, how does that feel? How does that feel that you have to go through this process and to survive?
Have you ever just had to wait for something?
Yeah.
You just wait, right?
Yeah.
But usually that waiting's negligible amount of time, waiting in traffic. Wait 4 years for someone to tell you if you could work. And if you work in that 4 years, it looks bad.
Yeah, because if you do go get a job, they're like, see,
See, we told you.
you don't need it.
They don't see you laying in bed for 3 hours in the afternoon.
And it's not like this is sunshine and roses if you do end up getting it either.
Right.
Then if you are feeling somewhat better to get work, if you hit any threshold
Right.
above a certain amount,
I don't get that month.
and
I
they
don't get
just
that.
cut it
Yeah.
completely
Yeah.
for that month. So it's not like this isn't it's not even a golden cage.
No.
This is not this
No,
isn't something
it's just basically waiting for someone to tell me what I can do with my life. Or I just say, screw you, whatever, and I go just do something.
Have
And
you
then
thought
regret it.
have you thought about doing that?
Yeah, all the time.
What kind of things have you thought about doing?
I mean, I could do some of what I was doing. I can consult. I could do stuff like that. I could obviously do photography type stuff. I can do.
Yeah.
I could try to do just more art type stuff, different community type stuff. But it's just like no. I'm just waiting. Just Nick over there, just waiting.
Do your you said you got 3 kids, right?
Yeah, I have 2 kids, and then my girlfriend's daughter lives with me.
Do they know about this?
Yeah.
How does it affect them?
Same thing. They want things, and Dad can't buy them things. So when Dad gets more money, we can have more fun things.
Yeah, I tell my kids that all the time. They're like, "Why do you have to work again?" I'm like, "Don't you want to go to Disney World?"
Right. My older daughter understands. She's 13 and she's real smart, so she understands. But yeah, she also has grown up with me, hearing dad noises getting off the couch all the time. Dad, what was that? What just cracked? That was loud. It's like, oh, that was my shoulder or my elbow. I'm not sure because they both went at the same time.
But we talked about how
Just like that.
you make things for them, right? You built a car for one of your daughters.
My older daughter, I built her a bunch of Power Wheels cars that were she liked going fast. Everyone, I don't know. I grew up I drive fast. I like fast things.
Me too.
So it was just make whatever you have faster. So we made her Power Wheels faster, and then I brought her to a bunch of drag races, and she was like, I really like this. So we made her one car look like a drag race car. And then I had an old wagon, and I was like, I'm going to make this wagon into a lowrider. So I have a lowrider wagon that you could drive. And yeah. And then if there's just make it.
Yeah.
Why buy it for $20 when you could buy $200 worth of tools and then take 4 to 6 weeks to build something really cool and have fun while you're doing it. And then now you could just make that again if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that part of do you think that's part of not making up for, but that like you said, like, daddy can't do certain things because of your situation. Do you think that ingenuity kind of makes up for that in a way?
Yeah, that and, like, I always, like, built shit as a kid too, like, we would soup up lawnmowers and tow each other around the backyard on tarps and, like, tackle each other off, and, like
Yeah,
so but I want them to be able to do that too because it's so, like, it's so easy to be entertained, but it's not easy to not or it's not easy to be bored,
yeah,
and that's what I'm trying to teach my kids is, like, be bored because when you're bored, you're gonna find something.
yeah. So I don't know if you listen to my show, Nick, but
I've listened to a few. I've listened to a
I
few.
pick a plant for each guest
Yes.
as like a spirit
Yes.
plant, so to speak. Do you have any idea what I picked for you?
Um, uh, uh, a plant of spirits. Plant of spirits. Mint. You picked mint.
For you, it's a little bit more practical. The cannabis plant.
Yes, the cannabis plant. The lovely cannabis plant.
And I usually go into a soliloquy about each plant, but since you actually grow this plant, I'm gonna let you talk about it a little bit. Well, first, does it help with your condition?
It helps with a lot of conditions if used properly.
Tell us what you mean by that.
Well, anyone can just go smoke a lot of weed and not like just go to sleep.
Yeah,
But like if you're trying to function and you're trying to use it as a painkiller, because I won't use like opiates or anything. I grew up seeing a lot of addiction. So like
the doctors try to prescribe you that.
they will. Yeah, I could go to pain. I could get into pain management. I could do all that. But like I've got the couple of low dose things that I'm on right now that are non-narcotic things with supplementing different, you know, cannabis products because it's not just about the THC, especially when it's for pain.
What is
You
it?
want well, you need different. You got to look at like there's different spectrums of cannabinoids. There's different. I mean, you have indica, not cannabinoids, but like the different weed. You have indica, you have sativa, you have hybrid. Everything does its own little thing, right? Now it's trial and error on what you end up enjoying and what works for you and what time of day. But like, I'll have a nice sativa, and then like I can go get some shit done around the house,
Yeah.
and then like, oh, it's bedtime. Let's have a nice indica and like maybe top it with a little extra like wax or something, and go to bed.
So it's that balance of like, if I'm taking this for pain, but like not abusing it to
Right.
the point where you can't do anything else while
Yeah, I don't
managing
want
that
to.
pain.
You don't want to forget about your problems. You want to be able to work through your problems. A lot of people, especially younger people, will use it just to forget.
Yeah.
No, don't forget. You don't want to forget. You're especially when you're too young to forget anything. You haven't learned anything yet.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you smoke growing up?
no,
At all?
couple times I drank.
Okay.
But no, a couple times in like high school age, we'll call it. But nothing crazy. I didn't start really smoking and doing edibles and everything until I got my medical card when I was, how old was I? 28. So it was before it was legal in New York.
Okay.
So it was just medical, and you had to have.
And that was for the pain specifically?
Yeah, so it was for because you have to have like two things. So you have to. It was pain and neuropathy because like I've recently learned spinal stenosis and a couple vertebrae in my neck. Um, but I get like tingles, like it tingles from here down to my fingers. Like if you I mean, you probably think you're having a heart attack sometimes because like just doing this right now, I feel just tingly.
Wow.
Yeah, so like that was my double qualifying for medical.
Yeah.
And then I never had to renew it. I never had to renew my medical card because New York State legalized it, and then they allowed where you can grow your own. So I started just learning the hard way. Not, I don't like to study. So like,
so how does one learn how to grow weed without studying?
It's a plant, and people call it weed for a reason. It grows like a weed. It's gonna grow even if you like just put water on it. You might not have the best product at the end, but you'll have something like
Yeah.
Old head weed was terrible. Like now you can get so specific on breeding your own plants down to what you want. I don't know how to do any of that shit,
Yeah.
but like I know how to make my garden bed give me some Christmas trees at the end of the year or at the end of the summer.
Now you said
Fall.
that you think what you grow is comparable to what they have in the dispensaries.
In New York dispensaries specifically,
Yeah,
like
because of the conditions
at
that
least
we have to deal with here.
for
right?
like, you got to look at price, right? If you're on a budget, like if you're gonna grow, you're growing it because you spend way too much money,
Yeah.
and that's a fact. So like that's why I started growing. It's like to supplement those in between times.
Because you're using it as medicine, literally.
Right, literally using it as medicine to supplement my pain management.
Yeah.
And it helps with, like, I have like ADHD type stuff, and like, yeah, it helps calm me down or amp me up if I need to be amped. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does a lot of things, but like mostly it's that first I need my body to relax before I can do anything.
Okay.
If my body can't relax, then
Your mind is
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I even thinking about when like I have a backache or something. It's like I don't want to do anything.
Mhm.
And that affects everything. So I can only imagine like chronic pain.
Oh yeah,
Dealing
sleep
with it all the time.
sleep.
Yeah.
I've had sleep issues my whole life from it, and yeah, it's just
So what's how long does it take to grow one plant?
if you're doing like outdoor photo plants, I start, when did I get them into the ground? 4 weeks ago, maybe. What is it? End of June now?
It's like mid-June.
I think I'd have been in May or the end of April. It depends on just regular. It will grow like a regular garden. Tomatoes in our climate, right? They grow very similar. If you can grow a tomato plant, you can grow a weed plant.
That's gonna be the quote of this show. If you can grow a tomato, you can grow.
When I first started
plant.
growing, my kids were young, and like I had them in pots originally, and then like, Dad, what are you growing? Tomatoes. Because
if you look at the leaves, they're really not that dissimilar. Like they have a similarity in some of the stalks and everything else too.
My children don't really like tomatoes, so like,
so that was
and they
never
even realized like, Dad grows tomatoes, and we never eat tomatoes. So yeah.
Do they still think it's tomatoes?
No, they know now.
They know
They
now.
understand.
Okay.
Like Dad's outside. Like if Dad's in the garage, like just leave him alone for
Yeah.
10-15 minutes because like he's medicated. It's garage medicine. Like I started calling it garage medicine for my younger daughter. Yeah.
So one plant gives you how much?
It depends on how big it grows. I grew. What, I have 2 plants last year. I had two plants last year, and I got, I think, a little over or a little under 2 pounds.
Okay. How long did it take you to smoke that?
Oh, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that.
Fair enough. New York allows you to.
I wish it was longer. I wish it was longer. Yeah.
How New York allows you to grow how many?
Last I checked, it was 5, but it might be more
5 at a time.
Like 5 at a time. You could have 5 in like harvest and like 5 in seedling.
Okay.
So they're like 5 in flower and 5 in seedling.
Yeah.
So that way you can have a like harvest every. But then you have you can get auto plant seeds now, and for a lot of people just do indoor grows, and because light cycle is a big thing. If you're growing photo seeds, it's all about light. So while they're in the vegetative state, they're growing, and then you have to change the light cycle for them to go into flower. Where auto seeds, you could just pump all the light at them, not worry about it, water it, give them nutrients, and they will flower when they're ready, and you don't have to, but they'll be small. I like the big ones. Like my plants last year were over 6 feet tall.
Wow.
And I neglected them last year for the most part. Like I didn't trim them. I didn't top them. I didn't like do things for extra growth, but like this year I'm doing some more manipulating with them, and I have 5. I have 5. I have 2 adults in my house, so I can have more than 5. But
So you have 2
yeah,
dogs?
no, 2 adults.
2
Sorry,
adults.
2
Okay.
adults.
And each adult can have 5.
Yeah. From my understanding, I'm not
Yeah.
a lawyer. I am not a botanist. I am not a doctor. None of those things.
Do you
So do your own. Yeah, look that up yourself.
Do you enjoy the process of it as much
Yeah.
as the benefits, so to speak?
Yeah. Yeah, because they grow so fast. Like it'll be all of a sudden you're like, oh, nothing, and then you'll go outside and be like, pretty sure that there's a new leaf on it, like from this morning, like
Yeah.
compared, and then they'll take off, and then all of a sudden it's taller than you, and then once it starts getting chilly outside, it's like, oh, buds start getting, and then yeah,
Yeah.
and then the neighbors start going, I can smell it from the street.
Have you got any problems with neighbors?
No, my next door neighbors are both older. They both like grew up in the houses that they live in,
Yeah.
and old stoners for sure.
Yeah.
But they literally tell me all the time, like, we love watching the plants grow.
Wow.
We love that your garden's where we could see it. We love it, yeah, because I grow other like just garden vegetables with it too. It's not just
a weed.
yeah, no.
Yeah. What do you think the stigma around marijuana has shifted since it became legal?
It depends.
Depending on who you talk to.
Yeah, really. Because like if it's someone who was anti-weed to begin with, and they were like real like adamant about it, you're not going to change someone.
Mhm.
They're just gonna smoke their cigarette next to you smoking weed, judging you.
Smoking their cigarette, drinking their
Yeah,
beer, right?
yeah, just blowing tar into your face.
Yeah, because even like before we started recording, I asked you if you were okay talking about it because I'm thinking through the lens of that stigma, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, people like I joke all the time, like if you smell icy hot and weed when you're out and about, like I'm around. Like it's like, oh, Nick must be here. I smell. There's a little. My nose is burning in different ways.
you can come up with a strain called icy hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, dude. So I want to go back. You know, I met you as a photographer.
Mhm.
How'd you get into photography?
I've always just like taking pictures. Like I stole the family Polaroid. Always did stuff like that. It really went side to side with car culture because I did a lot of like street racing and stuff in my early 20s, late teens.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in the car community still. I don't do much car stuff anymore. Just it's hard to get out and like it's either you got to do the illegal shit that's late and I'm tired, or you got to do the stuff that everyone else is going to, and then it's like, well, why am I going to go to that if everyone else could go to it too?
Rochester has a car culture?
Rochester has a huge car culture.
Really?
Yeah.
Like racing?
Yeah.
Or just
racing?
period?
I mean, it's different. I mean, there's because you have like the young crowd, which is your typical like what you can afford, right? Your little 4-cylinder cars. They've been meeting. So they still race at the same spots that I would have raced at. It's all revolving same thing, but then like the fast guys would always go somewhere else because it's there's higher risk, more danger. You're going way faster. It's louder.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot more like street simulated drag racing over the years. I like no prep racing, so it's a lot of the faster older guys my age do that stuff now. But you'll still find a lot of them on the street. Just that's harder to actually know about because they don't want a crowd. Where the young guys just want to show off, rev their engines, play their music, look at my car, like look at me, I'm doing donuts. I don't like that.
I'm imagining like Fast and Furious in my head, like the first one.
That's how it was when I was that's what stemmed it all for me was like Fast and Furious.
That movie.
Like that stemmed it for a lot of people my age.
Yeah.
Our age.
So you started taking photos at these gatherings? Is that how you?
Yeah, really just like point and shoot stuff. Like I don't have any of those images from like early 2000s. There's stuff floating around from people that I know, but
Yeah.
like cell phones were shit. So there was nothing good. But that's the thing. Like that's when it was different. But now you like get in more trouble now because everyone's there with a camera.
Yeah.
So, but I would go drag racing with my cousin. He got into drag racing heavy, go to the track. So I'd go with him, just take pictures of his cars, his friends' cars, just learn how stuff, imagery going down a track at high speeds.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to use a camera at least a
Yeah.
little bit. So yeah, it all kind of came from that. And then when I was going through a divorce, I was just like, I woke up one day and I was just having a shitty day and I was just, I'm gonna take the camera out. And then I just went for a walk and I was like, this works. And then, then my knee was like, this doesn't work.
How to make you feel?
I use I used it to meet new people, really. So it was like, I know up in fucking Rochester, like there's cameras everywhere. Like
Yeah.
there's gonna be a photographer a stone throw away. Like you'll meet some people and like let's see where life goes. And then apparently I'm a good photographer. So I met people fast enough, like faster than a lot of people would. And then I'll talk to anyone. I don't care. And I don't care what people think of me. So I'll literally talk to anyone.
Yeah.
And if like, yeah, let's talk and like maybe we'll be friends. And then I met a lot of friends and now, yeah, we're here. And
How many times you go out shooting? Like, would you say per week?
not as much anymore as I want to. Just been, yeah, but like
Because of your
at the
condition?
beginning, I was going out multiple times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like shooting?
Everything. Literally, like it depends.
Yeah.
It depends. Like I'm not even like a fashion person. Like, but like if you have a dope outfit, I'll take a picture because your outfit's cool. Like if you're driving like a dick and your car's cool, I'm gonna probably take a picture of that too because I like that. But
Yeah.
most people might not. I do. Yeah, graffiti and what else? Events, but not like people don't tell me to come to your event to shoot for you. It's just like
Yeah.
invite me like, hey, we have this cool event. Like we'd love to have you come to this event. Don't expect me to take pictures, but if you got a dope event, I'm gonna take pictures at your event.
Because there's people there.
Right.
There's
Like and
energy
I'm
happening.
gonna if I'm gonna go there because it's something I want to go to, not because I want to go take pictures for your event.
Yeah. I got one of your pieces. I think it's from Jazz Fest.
Yeah, we traded.
Yeah, we traded
the
at the art swap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours is still on my wicker shelf inside my office door under like
Oh, cool.
3 like newspaper type things. Yeah.
Nice.
Know where it is though.
Yep, I got yours right on the wall above my monitor. So, when you shoot, do you mix it with the cannabis use? Is that like a
Yeah.
like they go hand in hand?
Yeah. Like if I'm if I'm taking pictures, I mean, if I'm doing anything, I probably had a little bit of cannabis in me. But
Yeah.
if I'm out shooting or out on a like that's the thing, like a First Friday, right? We all know it's multiple hour type thing,
Yeah.
no matter what you do. Even if you go to one place, it's gonna take you a couple hours if you're like actually like networking and doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, after an hour, I'm getting fidgety. I gotta do something. So like if I can calm my body down, I can hang out longer and then like just a little spark of creativity or a
Yeah.
little, appetite booster and a little just, works for everything.
It really does
For
work
some,
for
not
everything.
all. For some, not all. I say that. Wait till you're, they made it 21 plus for a reason,
Yeah,
right? Like let your brain develop.
for sure. For sure. It's interesting how so many people I've talked to have said how photography has helped them through different periods in their life. You talk about your divorce. Um, did what was the range of that kind of, I call it a rehab, from when that happened in your life to, and I mean, I'm not assuming that you are over it, but what was that process like of using photography to get through that period of your life?
It like finding new stuff, like having a reason to go find new stuff. Like if I'm gonna go like for a walk and look at something cool, like I want to take a picture of it because it's fun. And then it just camera gives you gives me more reason to search further on go walk that way, go somewhere else. Like, okay, I have a picture of that now. I don't need to come back over here for a while, or like I've seen this part of town now that I've never seen. Was it worth coming down here? I don't know, but I took a picture of it. So yeah, we came down here because of the camera, not because we were going to walk down here someday.
You feel like you needed to replace something in your life by finding new stuff?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, new like early 30s, you can just like do that. You see things different, right? Than your 20s. So it was like a more adult time, and it's just like I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm an adult. I'm an adult, and I'm a single adult now, so I can just no one can tell me like, yeah, don't go do that.
How long were you married?
9 years.
That's a long time. So you got married in 20. I mean, in your 20s. Yeah.
I mean, we're still technically married. We didn't actually finalize stuff yet, but we both like she's got a fiance. I have a live-in. My girlfriend lives with me with her daughter. Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah. So so things are I don't want to dive into
things are there's no problems. We had my daughter, like my daughter turned 8 at the beginning of the month, but she had to have a pool party, but we had to get my dad's pool ready and stuff for it. So we had a little birthday party for her yesterday. Like we do all that stuff together still. It's no, it's a non-issue. Like
cool, man. Cool. What do you think that, because it sounds like to me like the photography, the cannabis use is all like healing mechanisms.
Yeah, I mean self-healing all around. Like I don't know. I don't like people doing stuff for me. So like you're not gonna heal me. I can heal myself. I mean, that might be a little selfish or like, maybe not healthy for some people, but like I'm a realistic ass person. So like I know if my mental health, like I've been on medicines for my mental health. I've done different med doses, different things. Like as long as you see where your problem is, like
you can address it.
You could address it.
Some people don't act like that. Some people have a codependent mentality where they want other people to fix their problems, or they expect other people.
No one's going to fix it for you. No one's going to do anything for you. Everyone's their own selfish person. They got their own problems.
Yeah, for sure.
If me getting through my problems helps you get through your problems, that's a plus. Let's get through our problems together. But I ain't fucking fixing it for
you. Do you ever envision yourself going back on the ice, or do you think that's done?
I don't know. I can if I wanted to. Like, I know enough people in the industry where I could just be like, even on the slide, put a mask on and be like, yo, let me out there. Just be like the masked Zamboni driver. Like,
well, what do you think the next chapter is for you?
I don't know. Wait another 90 days, 4 to 6 times. And then after that, just live.
keep appealing until you get over 65.
Yeah. And then when I retire, we will all party on that back payment of a 30-year back payment yacht. We'll call it 30 years back.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming to talk to me. Great conversation. And I want to plug.
Oh yeah, there's an art show at the end of the month.
Yeah, you're doing Behind the Glass last Friday.
Me, no fun zone. I don't know if it's in this in my frame. And then Matt Vanderlee. Matt put me in my first art show, like locally, before I was in Behind the Glass. So I had an image in one of Matt's shows, and then No Fun Zone was in my first curation of Thanks to the Streets, because my daughter liked. Like, can we have that No Fun Zone person in your show? I'll find out who it is and reach out.
Wow.
So but now we've all become really good friends and we vibe really well. And we took some of my imagery and love of tinkering and their collaging and Matt's woodworking and a little bit of cannabis and made some really... People are gonna like. You have to stare at them. like sorry if you don't see a good picture of it, you might have to go back, but there's layers to things. There's things that fell. Like I had a weird idea with a picture of I actually took it from the roof of Golden Supply on Eclipse Day.
Wow.
And I had a fun idea out of that. I think a little bit has been posted. It looks like a little alien-y, invasion-y.
Okay.
But then we were going through old newspapers, and there was some old like newspaper clippings about UFOs, local sightings. Right?
Okay.
So like stuff falling in together like that. It's just fun. Like it's all fun, but like there's all sorts of there's anger and things. It's all a wide spectrum of things we're bringing. And then I know I'll probably have some prints out, and I don't know. We'll see.
I'm so looking forward to that. I mean, that group that you just named, I mean, I can't wait to see what y'all came up with. And then I think Golden is just the perfect venue for that show. And I love when we do Last Fridays there. We meaning Behind the Glass. It's just a different vibe. It's more of like a hangout.
Yeah.
In somebody's basement.
It's very intimate.
Very intimate.
Right. You're all on top of each other, and you have to interact with people.
Yeah. And just the way Golden is set up, they got the couch in there, and you know,
and you want to look at their stuff too, because they make cool shit.
Because they got a bunch of cool stuff in there,
and like odds are someone will be in there making something while you're in there too. Like
it's very cool. Very much looking forward to it, and you know, this episode will be out that day. So
perfect.
Yeah. All right. Take us home, Chris.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody coming over. Make sure you check out the other shows on the Lunchador Podcast Network. Check out Behind the Glass. You hear other conversations. And also pay attention for the release of our new podcast, Reader's Advisory, with librarians all over Rochester talking about books and doing Rochester's Book Club. We'll be back with more Plants and Beats.
This has been a presentation of the Lunchador Podcast Network.